It's Week 8 of the 2025 season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Toss play. Here's Pierce.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Pierce now up the middle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
The Cowboys now at 2 and 5 to start play. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Pierce.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Throw out wide to Walker.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Geno.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on it. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
In motion, the tight end. After the interception, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 3-yard line.
Walker on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have taken the lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Smith.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they'll tell their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll find McMillan here.
And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Give to Pierce. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go-around, a first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
2nd down and 4.
To throw is Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To the air again, Smith. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Geno now to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
The slot man in motion right.
And they'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
Adam was once your turn, and I feel very fortunate about that.
We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Nick Westbrook-Akine, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A shotgun snap for Smith. Flush to his right.
And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Now Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Brown the motion man right.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
And that's going to be incomplete.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Then we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Smith now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
They juked him.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Second down and 8. Now a handoff for Pierce.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Smith.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Gino. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He gets this to Jones over the middle.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Play action. It's Smith. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Alex Anzalone from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
This is Walker.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He's hit 2, he's missed 1. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Cowboys,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right.